So you're saying that just because we have narrations, yeah, and we have chains of narrations.
Made up chains.
Yeah, chains of narration.
Invented chains.
We'll get back to that. That's another argument.
Yeah.
So because we have chains,
Yeah.
and we have peoples in those chains in which we have those biographies,
Yeah.
and we have their name, family, tribe, the fact that we can even measure that, you're saying, oh, that proves Islam is false. Why? Because we don't have to do that for historical evidences. I'm saying the fact that you don't do that for historical evidences makes your system weak. That's what you've completely missed. The fact that you don't have chains of narration because you are relying on blind people. For example, something that Plato has said in his book, it's not been verified. Yeah, Plato talks about his teacher, right? Socrates. That's it. Majority of the stuff that we get from Socrates are merely from his book. Now, what manuscripts do we have of Plato? Yeah, have they been carbon dated? Who are the people
Saying that
who are...
Socrates is the word of God.
I'm giving you an example of testimony, sir. Yeah. Now, if you're saying that belief in God is going to be the marker, then of course, as an atheist, you don't believe in God.
What I'm saying
But you
is that-
believe in
is that I
testimony,
can believe
and
about-
I'm saying,
I can believe certain things
look,
about Socrates.
I'm saying that firstly, testimony is a valid form of evidence. That's my first claim. Number two, I'm then going to prove thereafter, once I've established this, how the testimony in Islam is more rigorous than the testimony that you have in science. But you're completely missing the point. You're saying the mere fact that we have chains of narration and we've got people measuring that, the authenticity of that. My question would be, when it comes to scientific principles, why don't we have those chains of narrations, and why can't we measure those things? Why is it that some guy, hundreds of years ago claims he found a fossil, yeah, and then certain people are taking his word for it? Why don't you go there? Why don't you measure it? Why don't you do your studies on it? No, even when it comes to these coins that you've said, you haven't seen these coins yourself. You haven't dug them. Well, all of these coins? Yeah, all of these coins.
Not all of the coins.
Well, exactly. A handful of coins. Even I've got a handful of coins dating to the time of 80 years within the Prophet, peace be upon him.